Hey you guys, welcome to Miss Tuzo on Demand, episode 3. And today it's gonna be a quick video, and we're just gonna talk about some of the problems you're gonna see on the Quarter 1 assessments for math for problem solving. Okay, we've covered several topics, but today we're gonna just talk about some of the problems you might see for problem solving. So the first question that I thought about was this question right here. What is the value of the underlined digit? Okay, that's a very important question, and it's a very tricky question because some of us are getting confused. So let's say if we had 156 and the 5 was underlined. Okay, we know this is the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, and this 5 is in the tens place. So we have 5 tens, and some of us want to write down the word tens. Okay, and they're right that this is in the tens column, but the value of that 5 is 50. Okay, that's how much that 5 is worth. Alright, so you want to be very careful when they ask you for the value of the digit, that you don't give the word. It's not a word answer, it's a number answer. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's say we had 382. What is the value of the 3? Okay, how much is that 3 worth? Well, that 3 is worth 300. Okay, let's do one more. Let's say, what is the value of the 1? Okay, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. That 1 is actually worth 1,000. When you write that number out in expanded form, it's 1,000 plus 300 plus 80 plus 9. Okay, that's when we pull that number apart and we recognize how much each number in that digit is worth. Okay? Alright, so that's one of the questions that you might see on the test. What is the value of the underlined digit? Okay? What else? I know. Suppose you had this right here, and it said to count the base 10 blocks. Okay? So that's the question. That's the question that might be on the test. Count the base 10 blocks. Count the base 10 blocks. Okay? How much are they worth? Okay? So we know the big blocks, right, are worth 100. The skinny ones are the tens, and the small ones are the ones. So we need to count this up to find out how much it's worth. So we're going to say 100, 200, 210, 220, 221, 222, 223. So the base 10 blocks are worth 223. Okay? That's how much that's worth. Let's do another one. What if we had okay, and remember, there's a distinct size in my tens. So they look skinny, like they're not perfect, but they're skinny like the tens would be, and the ones are small like the ones would be. Okay, so it's very important that when you all write, when it says draw the base 10 blocks, that you're making the tens tall and skinny like Miss Two. So they're not perfect, but they are tall and skinny, and the ones, the units, are small, little cubes. Okay, so let's count this up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Okay? It's worth 46. Alright? If we were going to write that out in words, in the written form, it would look like this. Okay? If we were going to put this in expanded form and pull those numbers apart to talk about how much each digit is worth, you would see 40 plus 6. Okay? Alright. So let's think about another question. That's going to be on the test. Okay? So one of the things that we did the other day is you saw this. And this was on the practice quiz that we did. Right? This chart that looked like this. And Ms. Tuzo had filled in some of the chart, right? And at the top it said standard, written, right, and expanded. Alright? And then I only filled in some of the charts. Right? Alright? So we only filled in a couple of places in the chart. But you had to go in and fill in the rest. Right? So this is what I want you to do, because you're going to see this again. Alright? So you're going to look at the part that's filled in and recognize what that is. So in standard form you have the 86. So we have to put it in the written form and the expanded form. So how do we do 86? We're going to do 80 dash 6. That's the written form. How do we do it in expanded form? We know it's 80 plus 6. Okay? So you're going to see that. Alright? Then you look in the next row. You have 132 in the written form. See, that's in the written form. So we need to put it in the standard form and the expanded form. And you're saying the numbers as you read it. Okay? And you write down what you say. 136. 136. Okay? 1's in the hundreds column, 3 in the tens, and 6 in the ones. Well, now how do we write that in expanded form? Okay? That comes next. So we're going to do 100 plus 30 plus 6. Okay? That is it in the expanded form. The standard, the written, and the expanded. Now in the last one, we have the expanded form. So now we need to write it in the written and in the standard form. Okay, here's expanded. We've pulled those numbers apart. Okay, and we need to put it in the written and in the standard. So this says 400 plus 30 plus 1. What could that possibly be? I'm going to underline the first numbers and the first digits in the numbers, and that lonely one by itself for the ones, and I'm going to say 431. So now I have to write that in words. 431. So I'm going to go 430 dash 1. Okay? And now how do I write that in standard form? And I'm going to put 431. 431. Okay? Alright, guys. Now this is the end of episode 3. Alright? We've talked about 3 types of questions that you might see on the test. 3 things that you need to know how to do when we walk away from this unit. Alright? And this is what it is. Being able to recognize the value of the underlined digit. Okay? Being able to count the base 10 blocks. Alright? And we've already talked about written form and expanded form, and how to fill in a chart that looks like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm only going to give you sample practice problems for these two. I'm not going to make you draw the chart out. So we're just going to do sample problems, practice problems for counting the blocks and the underlined digit. Probably just the underlined digit. Alright, so you're going to put place value. Okay, and this is episode number 3. Okay, so number 1, let's find the value of the underlined digit. Okay, so number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and let's make number 5 oh sweet mama. Are you ready? See if you can figure that one out. Alrighty, so I want to say goodbye, and I will see you guys in Miss Tuesday On Demand episode 4. Check you later. Bye.